Hello and welcome back. My name is Sandsandal and this is going to be Let's Play The Guild 3. Now, this episode is going to be primarily focused on getting our children up to be able to do some work. So we want to break a couple of child labor laws. And how we're going to do that is by getting them up to age 5. So I'm going to be skipping most of the... It should be like 3 years, so 3 rounds, and I'll be back once that's done. I'll also show what I did afterwards. Okay, now that we're back, I waited a bit so Warboss is also grown up enough. Warboss is now 5 years old, and this is how you do the trick basically. You take your child, instead of sending them to school, getting them an education, screw that. You want them to produce materials. Now, your children can actually produce materials. You can't do that for them. Like, I can't, like, if I stop her, I can't do this. This doesn't work. But the AI somehow supersedes your ability to do that. So what happens is basically the AI can tell the child, okay, you know what? You gotta do, you gotta do some work, you piece of shit. I don't care about child labor laws. So go ahead. Now, this is a great way for leveling up your children in this current patch. This is a known bug by the devs. I don't know if they're going to fix it next patch or not, but it seems reasonable to not expect this to constantly work. Now, with this trick, you can have your children producing items, and unlike your workers, they don't go to sleep. So they are the ultimate weapon to take care of overflow. And like in a second, she'll level, or Warboss will level up, and we still have access to like control over them. And this might not, early game, this might not sound that OP, but late game when you have 20 dynasty members, you have a lot more freedom, and that's 15 years till they fully grow up to become a working participant of your family. So I mean, this is a very good well, let's see if we can find something in our district. A sovereign. Here you go. Take my money. And the reason why this is so OP, well, it's because like you can have your children working throughout the night. Like there's no restrictions of that. It's just crazy. It shouldn't be a thing. I'm surprised that this was overlooked. For you people wondering what kind of setup I had after I just went away for a while now, right? Took me about 20 minutes to set everything up, but now we have a route that sells the bracers, another one that buys the material. Now, here's a reason why I added another stop, and that was because, you know, I wanted my transporter to take long enough between each purchase so it doesn't cause too much overflow. Now, if you see here, we never have too many iron and charcoal, and this is why I added him. Now, my problem though is that this transporter is just like a tad bit too slow. So he is the main reason why we have an overflow. So what I will do is, or an underflow, I guess. What I'll do is actually remove this one, and this will improve his speed because then he will just go back and forth. Now, why I can't do that is because I have my children working. Now here's another trick. If you want to maximize your profits, send them to the market, okay? And then you go grab furniture and get them this. This will boost their XP gains further. So basically you have the ultimate loading machine. You can get your children up to like, get them up to like very high rank very early. And this is just broken. Nothing else to say. I mean, I don't really know what to say other than that. It's a broken tactic. This is a really great method if you really want to like just use your children to do something, because you know your children are usually useless early game. I mean, I think this is actually a very good this would have been a very good mechanic if it was like an intended thing. Let's say if they're if their productivity was like halved when they're younger, because during these ages there were children working constantly, so it's not an historically inaccurate thing. But if they had less productivity when they're children, like let's say cut in half, make it 50 or 30, and that would be nice. But like, yeah, they would work way slower than a regular adult, but the thing is that they would still have like an avenue to do something. Unlike what you children can do right now is, oh wait, I'm gonna have them throw stones so I can lose reputation in a city and get jailed for something simple, or have them beg so I can also lose reputation, or have them spread the fleas so I basically ruin everybody's game. And this way they can actually improve the situation for everybody, which, I mean, in my opinion, it would be like a super great addition to the game. Having children work is not a bad thing. It should be something they added, like a legitimate thing they added, not unintentional. Now, with the, it could be like a good way to like have it so you don't need to send your school to children. Like it's a cheap version of sending your children to school. Or it could add like another mechanic. Like if I send my children to school, I'll get they'll get bonuses, right? I don't get that if I have them working. Now it should really be a thing, okay? And I think my transporter here is fucking up, and I think I know the reason. So, again, lovely trick. You want to try it out. It's fun. Is that guy bugged or something? I think this guy's bugged. Oh no, I know what's happening. Wait a second. Wait, what? How did that happen? So my entire flow of money just stopped now because this guy just decided, you know, fuck it. Let me not follow your orders and buy 3 stacks of iron. That shouldn't be the case. And let's go for the charcoal. So we fixed it. Yeah. Now I'll send it home. And you know what? I'll give him the horse-drawn cart. You know, I really want to avoid this so he doesn't have to be too fast, so this entire production chain fails. And I think it doesn't matter for this guy. I think we can survive with him doing this with the horse cart. Now, another thing that you might wonder about, okay, so why didn't you make it so the silver chains, so even though I profit with silver chains, the thing is, there doesn't exist any nails on this list, okay? So there's no nails. You can't transport nails at all. And with that, I can't really automate the silver chains completely, so I can just like go, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go AFK, go to the toilet and come back and suddenly find myself with a lot of money. I can't do that. So bracers is the only real option you have to make money completely AFK. Now I think I'm gonna go to deficit soon. I added like a lot of pit stops, so basically I have I have one stop here, one guy going from here to here only, and one guy or transporter going from the warehouse to the market, and vice versa for material purchases and things like that. There is a simple reason for that. It's because the more steps they have, or the more transporters you have, the easier it is to level them. Shorter distance runs is actually the way to go when you want to have transporters, and also enables me to have more productivity coming in from my warehouse. So if I build another building, I am able to like produce. Ooh, wait, I think, are they producing? Yes, they are. Zek just died. No, he left Mary and Bruno. Terrible news. Now, I'm gonna still focus on this. I think the metalworking is the most fun in the handicraft. Let's see, what do we need for a shield? It would be a great profit. I mean, like the pine wood is under, wait, actually, let me check one thing. Charcoal, I think I can transport all that. So if we look for the pine wood, I don't think it should be under raw materials, right? Yes, it is. Let's find it. Where is it? There it is. It should always be constant supplies, because this is one, like if you're a rogue, this is one of the items one of the production places you'll hit a lot, and that is the, which one? There you go. The brushwood or the woodcutter, the natural. Where is it? Holy shit! I can't find it. I mean, I'm fairly sure it was like. It's not here, that's for sure. That's the arsenal. Yeah, there you go. So if you place your ambushers right here, there's almost always a guaranteed chance of getting something, because the lumberyard is automated from the AI. So basically the AI will actually transport a lot, and this is a great opportunity to rob them. So here you go, that's one of the transporters for the lumberyard. Or is it? No. No, it's for the mine. So basically, just placing your ambushes right here will get you both the lumberyard and the mine, and that will give you a good amount of money. You can, like, look at this. This guy's not going to do anything. Now, we're waiting for Reynard is actually 6 years old, and that is nice. Now we have one more person producing items. See, the reason why it is always also good to do, like, you can do this on only types of building that you only produce one item in. If you produce multiple items, what's going to happen is that AI is going to try to decide between, okay, am I going to make, for example, bracers or nails? And when that happens, it might screw up your entire operation. So you want to mainly try this with buildings that you have only one item producing in it. And everything is going well. This guy is a bit too slow. So you know what? I'll delete this. And I'll have him going. Let's see if it changes the route automatically. Yes, it did. Excellent. So now I don't really have to think about it, which is pretty good. So since we have children here working with us, I don't really have to worry as much about the overflow of materials. So this guy can constantly transport back and forth, which enables me to sell this without worrying about anything. Now, my only worry is that we're producing too much. Like, look at the market, 388, 355. So there's no way this is going to sell faster than we're making it. So we might actually crash the entire market. As long as the price doesn't go below, I think it was, how much? It's 4, so we need 2 iron, right? And 1 charcoal, so we can actually look over here. So we need 8 and 6, so that will be 14. So as long as it doesn't go below 15, I'll be perfectly fine. I'd prefer if it doesn't go below 25. I think that's the minimum. But then again, we also have these bonuses, right? So these guys actually sell for a higher price either way. And I actually want to give them a couple of bargaining bonus items, so they constantly provide me with profit. So I'll stop this guy mid purchase. I'll get him these. Now, the reason why I'm getting him the money bag is because I think that's the only available item. Yeah, the Lucky Stone is has bargaining bonus, but it doesn't, like, it's 5%. The gem ring is 1 bargaining bonus. I don't think there is any item that gives them, yeah, there's no other items that give them a bargaining bonus. Now, the money bag gives you 2 bargaining bonus, and the gem ring gives you 1. So you generally want to give them the money bag. Now let's get him that. And I think the nobleman, nope, that's not it. It was the stately garbs, right? 5 and 10, here you go. So we want to get him this. Make him really good looking. Now let's have him go away. And we'll wait for our next transporter to come by here. Now, the reason why I'm only giving these guys the bonuses is because, you know... Oh, shit. We missed her. I'll send her to the market either way. Goodbye. So we're making a decent buck every time we go back. The reason why we only want to give these guys, oh shit, the only reason why we want to give these guys and not the other guys is because these guys are actually buying and selling. So you want to have bargaining bonus on them, but if they're not really buying and selling, it doesn't really matter, right? And she has been screwed over by the AI. She should get at least like 3 intelligence before like the AI screws her over. The reason, like the AI leveling is very, very silly. Like it's not gonna give me any profit or any value, except that I don't really have to level anybody up. Hey. So I might actually switch her over to a horse-drawn cart. Now, if we follow her, we should actually take a look, because she most of the time is going to take the same amount of bracers. So like we just went from 509 to 525, so we increased our profit. And these guys died, shame. And I think these guys will also. So these guys have actually managed to overcome me screwing them over early game. Now that's pretty fucking fine, but I guess like these 2 families are being completely screwed over. This one too, this one too, this one too. Like once this hits 0, after a period of time, if you don't have a house, you actually lose the game. So I mean, I think these 2 are the only 2 surviving dynasties in a while. So this is going to be a very short playthrough. So I don't understand why she is going back and forth not properly. Oh, I get it. So the reason why she's actually going so we gotta pay attention here. Okay, so you'll see she'll actually go to the market once without any items. Okay, so if you look here, so this is basically this is the start. Okay, so she on okay. Let's see. What? She just did that. What the fuck? All right, let's. Okay, that's weird. I swear to God, she used to do that before. Again, no overflow, simply because children working. Hooray! Now, this might actually be. This might be one of the only reasons why you might stop buying. Stop buying or adopting children. So by the way, you can actually see here 15 is for the child with whatchamacallit. I think it's the Warbos is 15, Iris is 21. No, Iris is 15, Warbos is 21, and Reynard is 14, I think. Now what we want to look at is, can we produce any items? Like what kind of items can we produce to profit from in the foundry or next stage of foundry, which is going to be the blacksmith. So rapier, we looked at Gambus, and you need nails for that. You need nails for the shield. So we have chainmail and the rapier. Okay, so the rapier requires 1 iron, 1 fitting, and 1 sand brick. I don't think this is profitable because the sand brick is like, Sandbrick isn't constantly produced. It's a very limited item, so I'm not going to go for it. What about the chainmail? Ooh, nope. So my only real option is to go for either the shield, which is... I think the shield is probably the best item. And it will give us enough like profit to justify spamming this. Like, look at what we did to the market. Oh, we cruel us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're also going to switch over to like try the other buildings. I think the tailor is actually pretty good in my opinion, because it is always a limited amount of items. And for example, I think you can from the get-go make now. So you peasant, commoner, wool, and peon. Commoner is 1 cloth, 1 flask. Super cheap. The only problem is the cloth. The cloth is not easily produced. So if you look here, cloth is produced by you, so you can make it yourself. I think you can also profit from this a lot. Let's see. Where is wool? is it under essentials? I don't see it at all. Oh, there it is. The quantity is not that good. I assume it's, we'll take a look. Okay, so we'll start it going, get it going. I mean, okay, so it's not being that. It should like about like every 10 hours or 5 hours, it should update. So if you wait for a bit now. Reynard is leveling left and right, and now he's perfect. Okay, so it should be updated in 1 hour. Okay, let's slow down the game. And we want it to go up in dexterity. Come on, what the fuck? No, I guess some issues with whoever's producing the wool. The wolves are produced in the farms, and it might be the case that where most of the farms are, since they're outside the town, they are going to the other market, and that's not the case. It's still the same amount of shed there. So wool is not going to be the easiest thing unless we find whatchamacallit, a farm, and we can put it right next to our house. Now, I've started a new Discord that you can join to have fun with me. We can organize Guild 2, and hopefully once Guild 3 multiplayer comes out, do that too. So join it, have fun with me, and have a good one.